Hi guys, Alberta Stollard here, ready to sit back, enjoy comics, and draw some huge circles.
Hello, everybody. How's it going out there? It is time for huge, amazing circles. Maybe a trapezoid, maybe a square, maybe a rhombus. I don't know. I don't care. It's all right. You're here right now. So, how's it going, everyone? Nice to see you all. And you know what? And thank you for joining in yesterday's Mike's movie matinee. So Min and Bill actually was pretty entertaining for a comedy drama film. Not too bad. And yeah, and before that on Thursday for I always want to call it Mike's cheesy movie matinee, but that's the Saturday matinee. So then that's Mike's movie matinee. But basically it's CRC's what was it? Cheesy sci-fi kung fu movie of awesomeness, or something like that. Anyway, where we watched The Phantom Planet and the actor that played Jaws in those James Bond movies, that you will remember if you're a fan of James Bond. You would know, like I mentioned on Thursday, it was his first film. So, and of course he was playing the space monster. So go ahead, watch those if you were into some cheesy sci-fi movies. Let's see, this Thursday, yeah, we're going to be switching over to cheesy kung fu this time. So, like I said, every Thursday, it's gonna be a cheesy sci-fi movie, and then the next week we'll switch over to cheesy kung fu. What's it gonna be? Don't know. Well, no, I know, but you guys don't know. So, and I'm not going to tell you because I'm going to leave it a surprise. So, but just know that your cheese will be satisfied. So, anyway, I want to say hello, everybody out there. So, Gap After Dark, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. You know what? I'm going to show you guys on the stream too, because you know what? It's only fair. You guys make the laughs and the mirth and the merriment happen. So, Gap, how huge are they? They're huge. They're phenomenal. They're great. So, even the squares, they're quite pointy. So, you got a French curve in there too, somewheres. So, a couple of rulers. No, it's doing pretty good, and yeah, he likes to point out to Vince, who is another great mod here, besides Snorted Poopas, that he beats Vince for the first time, first one to the chat. So there you go. So Vince, you got competition. Snorted Poopas Cuber, hello humans and other critters, and hello to you. And he's having that the huge circles are so huge. That's right. They're great. And see, and then Vince finally shows up in the chat. So heidi ho to all you nerds and nerdettes. So how's it going, Vince? Nice to see ya. And yes, and just in case you don't know, well, if you're watching on X, you already know. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, okay, a few weeks ago, my X account got hacked, and they wanted some money, so I had to make a new account. So in case you're not familiar with the new account, there is the link right there if you happen to be on Rumble or you're on the YouTubes. And hopefully I corrected it here. So, and if you happen to be on the Rumble or X side and you want to come on over to YouTube, there is the YouTube channel. Just follow it right there at the Comic Relief Crusader, or if you want to find it on Rumble, which I suggest doing because of things going on YouTube. Brandon, the anime guy, has done the same thing. He's thinking about going exclusively to Rumble for the time being. So if you guys can, go over to Rumble And I know for some of you, you might think, well, it's signing up for another service and it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, you can do more over on Rumble. So, and all of you guys, if you haven't checked out Flip City Magazine and you happen to be a subscriber here, get yourself a discount for 10% off when you go over to Flip City Mag and check out one of their issues, a free issue. And if you like what you see and you want more of it, then order yourself a subscription and use the coupon code CRC for 10% off for a whole year. Anyway, now that I'm done the proverbial shilling for other people and myself, I guess, still waiting on Damon to show up. He's a good friend of mine, has been for years on Facebook. So he will be here soon, and we do have his X because he is also on X, and we also get his DeviantArt page. So when he shows up, he'll show up. It's okay. I told him don't rush. When he gets here, he gets here. So little busy. Stark Void, how's it going, my man? Nice to see you, dude. We got Kitsu Star, konnichiwa to you, and nice to see you all the way from Japan. So we got the cool Shadow Slayer. Hello to you, and greetings. We got fellow Albertan and fellow patriot. Well, fellow patriotic Albertan, Pop Culture Mechanic. How's it going, man? And if you haven't checked out Pop Culture Mechanic, he's 45 away from 1,000 subs. So close. He's on the cusp. So if you can help out a bro, go over to Pop Culture Mechanic and go over to his YouTube channel. And if you can, give him a sub over there. So talks anime, talks stuff that's going on in the trades, which is actually very helpful. He covers a lot of news in the trades that are going on right now and current trends and stuff like that. And on Saturdays, he does the gaming bit for a few hours, which is fun. So check him out 3 days a week, and a good friend, awesome dude, and enjoy over at the Pump Culture Mechanic channel as well. And give it a little help out. So who else do we got here in the chat as I'm scrolling down and trying to catch up on everybody? We got the Wonderland Town. I seen you over at Pop Culture Mechanics. So how's it going? Nice that you can be here, and I hope you subscribe too. And says, hello, crazy humans. If you're new here, please smash that like button and sit back and relax while Comic draws huge circles and grab some popcorn and some Nuka-Cola and enjoy. Yes, thank you. We got Husk the Dealer, dude. Nice to see you, my man. Windrave, fellow Transformer collector as well. And what's up, dude? What's up, everyone? How's that ML Ironhide reveal? I'm on the fence about it, dude. I'm on the fence. I know. I like the Masterpiece one. I like it better. That's just me. I see what they're trying to do, Winrave, and it's not bad. It's not a bad attempt. It's all right. It's the whole if you like it, you win kind of thing. Personally, me, I'm not gonna get it. But that's just me. Like I told myself years ago, I'm gonna stick to Masterpiece scale. So, and what's this? The Wonderland Town says Sylvia's coming. She's a little late. She's busy. Yeah, not a problem. Whenever people arrive, they arrive. So yes, and thank you, Cap. Appreciate that. And if you want to go ahead and check over and subscribe to Pulp. Man, Pop Culture Mechanic. There is his channel right there. Pulp Catcher. Ooh, you know what? That wouldn't be too bad. Pulp Culture Mechanic. Covering things in pulp culture. Ooh. That sounds amazing. Anyway, yes. So if you want to go ahead and check out Pop Culture Mechanic, Pop Culture Mechanic, God, I did it again. Give him a subscribe and inch him further to 1,000. So there we go. Not a problem, dude. It's all good. All fine and dandy. Midnight Atlas, hello to you. I'm almost wondering what that avatar. Oh, okay. Now I know what the avatar is. And hello to you. Okay. So, as we're waiting for Damon to show up, speaking of Ironhide, did you get the free comic book day comic from Energon Universe? No. You know what? I didn't. Okay. Thanks for mentioning that, because yes, last week was free comic book day. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I might as well address that now. Usually the library here in town, they get a bunch of comics for free comic book day last year, right? And and I usually like to take my daughter over to the library and see if she wants to get some free comics on comic book day, if there's something that she might like, right? They didn't have any this year, which is kind of disappointing. So the closest place I would have had to have gone would have been probably Airdrie, which is like maybe 20 minutes away to a comic shop. And I wasn't about to do that. So anyway, other than that, so I kind of missed out on it. So anywho, so what I posted earlier today, Canadian Cat, what's up, dude? What's up, my dear? Anyway, I posted that I'm going to be doing something different today. So stick around, okay? If you happen to be new here, stick around, because I'm going to be doing something a little bit new today, and I'm going to get you guys to join in and be very interactive. But first,
I wonder what Mike is going to draw today. How huge will the circles be?
they will be huge. They will be great. They will be awesome. So, yeah, today, okay, so we're going to be doing a little bit of doodling as I'm waiting for Damon. He's going to be able to plug his stuff. And you know what? I'm gonna add this into the chat, because I got me some notes, and this bro of mine, I'm gonna put this in the chat right now. He almost got to draw for, I was gonna say Dreamwave, but it's not Dreamwave, obviously. Over at not IDW, damn it. Kurt, damn it, over at Image, the people that got the property now for G.I. Joe and Transformers. Anyway, I covered it, I believe, a couple years ago on my YouTube channel, that that Hasbro wanted some. They had picked out some people that they want in there drawing, but Skybound basically ended up rejecting them or not hiring them. So maybe we might get into that. So anyway, so there is a link, and he's up for a little bit of a competition. So if you want to go vote for him, there you go. So Fabric Folds, how's it going, man? So where do I find your Alberta Independent ET again? Is it on Discord? It's on X. It's on my X, dear sir. So if you want to check it out there, or don't worry, I mean, we got them here too. So it'll be making an appearance. So and what's this? For $4 US, Energon Universe. They're actually selling it? Like selling a comic on free comic book day, or a free comic book day comic? I mean, not that I'm complaining. $4. It's just $4, but interesting. I might give that a looky-loo. So, anywho, yeah. So, what we're going to be doing today, like I said, stick around. We're going to be doing some drawing, but I'm going to be adding something new a little later on, where you guys, all of you, can join in and doodle along with me, and it's going to be. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of fun because I know some of you guys can go ahead and do that kind of thing. And well, you know what? And even if you're not skilled at drawing, you don't have to be. Just join in the fun. I'm gonna put a link soon, and there we go. I got the link now. I'm gonna put a link in the chat a little later on, so you guys going in. I'll give you. Let's see. Let me give you a little bit of a preview. So later on, I'm going to be introducing this. Technically, of a special book. Well, yeah, true. So you know what? So I figured today, we're just gonna have a little bit of fun. So because I know people like Vince, who's got a drum pad on there, and Sylvia, hello, great that you can join us today. Fabric Folds too. I figured, you know what? With all the people that let's do kind of like goes today, a once a month kind of free for all. Everybody piles in and draws. So I'm gonna include a everybody can join soon, and we'll do that. Oh, okay. So that's the cool. Thanks, Vince. I got that. A blank screen with writing. It looks like that, but it's where everybody can draw. It's like, think of it like a big piece of paper that everybody can like draw a little something on it. I'll show you. Okay. So anyway, so what we'll do. Wife's a little complainy today. Now, while we're waiting for Damon, let's do a little bit of drawing and talking, and technically of a special and not a free comic book. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I'm thinking if it's released on Free Comic Book Day, you know what? I'll be able to download it anyway. Fabric Fold says I can do heart surgery on an ox, but I can't draw. Like, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the whole fun of it. It doesn't matter whatsoever, right? On it. Okay, so you know what? This is what we're gonna do today. I think Gap mentioned it. Gap, if you're still, yeah, of course Gap is still in the chat. Of course he is. Okay. Gonna be doodling today. So I did basically my layout, how I want to shape it, my skeletal structure. So I got my pencils underneath. So we're just gonna ink it. So I feet. Huge feet, amazing feet. Some of you probably have a foot fetish. I'm thinking Gap does. Anyway, you know what? Okay, yeah, there you go. See, Gap. Of course, Gap's got to chime in. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Gap. I think it was you last week that mentioned something like a a swimsuit issue or something like that, and that got me thinking. Um, it got me thinking that you know what, you haven't seen that kind of thing in a long, long time, and um, yeah, you haven't seen that kind of thing in a long, long time because everything has gotten so stupid PC, right? And I think I do have one. Let me start. Let me start the inking process. Anyway, oh, I heard a beep. Never heard a beep? That must be my guest. Yes. So, everybody, get ready to harass a great friend. And yes, I know earlier, Vince, you made the jokes earlier about Batt Damon. so, as we welcome Damon Batt to the show. How's it going, man?
Oh, doing all right. Busy day today, so sorry I'm running late here.
No, it's all good, dude. It's all good. So, it's you know what? It's been a while since we talked. It's like been almost a year, dude.
Yeah, it has. It's been a while since I think we last time we talked it was about what
I think it was around June.
Yeah, it was about the new company that is handling Transformers.
Yes.
And what they were doing with it. And how they're still doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, you know what? Usually I've been trying to get into the habit of bringing on somebody that, you know, like is a fellow doodler, a fellow artiste. And I think I might have mentioned it like a while ago that yeah, I should just bring you on the channel. And then I saw the voting going on, and I'm like, oh dude, okay, I'm gonna have to bring you on. So because I want you to win, and why not use connections that you have?
Yeah, well, it would be something if I did win it. Right now I'm in a division, and in my division there's 77 of us.
Okay,
I started out. This thing is like Johnny Depp partnered with this art thing and some other place to do this contest, and you had to do an application. So I went ahead, did the application, waited about a week, and then finally I got an acceptance saying, "Yeah, we'll put you in," because you had to fill out all these questions and submit your artwork. And I was like thinking, okay, they're not going to do anything with me because it's comic book art. They're, you know, they'll pass me up like usual. Because most of the time in contests like that, artists like me, they don't do well if they're even accepted in. Well, I was accepted in that group. Yeah.
For those that don't know, explain what this contest is all about. This Johnny Depp thing.
It's kind of like giving everyone a chance to get their stuff on a national stage and then get featured at. I've read all these things, but you know, it's been a crazy day, so I'm not remembering all of it. But anyways, it's this process you go through to get in. And so I get put in with the group, and I was like, okay, I didn't know it was a group or anything like that. I just kind of ignored it because I thought, okay, I got accepted, but it's not going to go anywhere. And then all of a sudden I get a message saying you're getting noticed. And I was like, okay, and I ignored that. Then the next day it says you have moved from 70 place to 32nd place. You know, we're really interested in hearing from you. And I was like, okay. And then next thing you know, they messaged me again saying, you're climbing in the ranks. You're in 12th right now, and you're getting noticed without doing anything. Could you fill out all your stuff? Because I didn't even do my profile. I just left it up with what they had with the couple of pieces of art that I sent in. They put that on my profile and just put me up. There was nothing else on there. So I was like, oh wow, I should do something because they're actually like asking me about this. So I jump on, I log in, register all the stuff, do everything, fill out the other questionnaire, the little questions they have. Um, And I was like, okay. And then it would let me, I put in more artwork. So I submitted a bunch more, put it on the page, did everything. And then I move up and I move up another place. And next thing you know, I'm in the top 10. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and start sending this out to everyone. So I started sending it out and I posted on Facebook and everything. And I move up to 5th. So I've been bouncing around from like 3rd to 9th this entire time now that I'm actually paying attention. So, and it bumped a lot of people out. So you have to, in your division, you have to finish in the top 20.
Right.
Once you finish in the top 20, then I don't know how many divisions are either. And all that stuff, you can't access it. It doesn't tell you. So I have no idea. Mine might be, because this is covering like a lot of places. This could be like either my state or this country or this just the division in what they've done, because I know some people, one person didn't get accepted. One of my friends who put in stuff, I guess he filled out the questionnaire really bad. He didn't get in. So I some of the details I'm not sure about. All I know is that you have a chance of winning $25,000.
Right.
You have a chance of getting your artwork featured at some gala thing, some big art thing. And you get interviewed by Johnny Depp and your artwork featured all over the place and published in a magazine.
So like literally Johnny Depp.
Yes, literally Johnny Depp, which I found out I was actually 3rd in line because he'll do live interviews. During this whole thing, he's still really involved. So they'll pick people for him, then he'll choose in that. And I got slated as 3rd, but the first spot was able to do the interview, so they didn't drop back to me. But I found out I was slated 3rd. So I almost had a chance to do one of the live interviews with him. So hopefully that does happen. That would be pretty cool, but they give you the links, you get to post it all over the place, There's a few other people. There's one of the singers, one of the guys from this old the old 80s band, you remember Devo or
Yeah.
With the Whip It
How
song?
could you not forget Devo? Yeah.
Whip It good. The red hats and everything. Yeah, he's involved. And he was the first one I got a message from. He was the first one that contacted me about moving up. And then I get an actual message from him, not just one of the automated ones, an actual one of the in-thing texts in there asking me about, what I'm doing with this. So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
So they're actually really involved. It's not just like we hire these people to advertise our stuff. They're actually involved in it. So that is new. It's a bit different.
Yeah, because I thought like, no way. Oh, Votex, happy birthday, dude. And I'm just rechecking the chat here. Happy birthday, man. So hope your day today is a great one. So keep your age a secret. That way you stay forever young. No, because I seen this somewhere. This whole Johnny Depp art thing kind of floating around, and I didn't pay close attention to it for some reason. It's like, why would an art competition be called Johnny Depp? Like is it actually connected with Johnny Depp? It's like, you notice it, but you really don't pay, I don't know, close attention to it for some odd reason. I don't know. It's like really weird. And so I was just perusing through Facebook, and I just happened to see your name there, and it's like, okay, I have to check this out now, and see what's up, because it's like, I've known you for a while, and it's like, all right, fine. So yeah, it's like, oh damn, he's like 6th place now, I think, the last I looked.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I mean, you gotta help a brother out, right? And and vote. So, but this is actually like it's a big deal, man. So okay, so for anybody else out there that is not familiar with you, or essentially hey, like, I don't know this guy, why should I vote for him, kind of thing. Tell him who you are, what you're all about, and why I know you. this
Okay.
is where you whore yourself out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've been doing artwork and comic book stuff for a very long time, but been doing artwork since I was a little kid. First contest I won was like I got some big award in the first grade. And then they picked me up and said, okay, this kid can draw. And the college came in. So I wound up going to the college and being taught there at BSU. So I have like a little honorary 2-year degree from first and second grade at Boise State University.
Nice.
But the first contest was a book cover that I did and won a national contest and got an award from the president, Ronald Reagan, at the time.
That's cool.
So I was just this little kid and meeting all of them and everything. So then it went from there. But by around seventh grade, about seventh grade, half eighth grade, somewhere around there, I'd done every kind of form of art there was. Every art teacher had taught me everything and let me do a lot of stuff. I was introduced to a lot of things, but no form of art really struck me. And then I went in the art class one day because I got moved from the seventh graders in with the ninth graders before semester. And when I walked in, right in front of me on the wall in a frame was a comic book. It was or an ad, or it was the X-Men Fall of the Mutants comic book cover where they're all dead in the Grant Lane going in the background. And the person had recreated it.
Or the John Byrne issue.
Yeah, the guy had recreated it in colored pencil right next to it, but like really big, like 20 by something. It was huge, but he did it in colored pencils. Everything, even the barcode, all the stuff, the entire cover.
Really?
The guy just recreated it, and I was like, oh my God, I can do that. I've been doing that. Like I would see stuff like in a Transformer comic book and draw it, and I'd use them for references for when I'm like drawing stuff. And I was like, you can do this? And then the art teacher saw me looking at it, and he was just like, you like that? And I was like, I've never done anything like that. I've never seen this. He's like, meet me at the store after school. There's a grocery store that was across the street from the junior high. He's like, meet me over there after school. I was like, okay. So I go in there, and they had a spinner rack in there, a big spinner rack. And he bought me like all the comic books on there. He's like, here, go home, draw this stuff, figure it out, see what you want to do. You know, you got the whole weekend, bring me back to class, whatever you want. So I did a bunch of stuff, brought it in, and he just started to let me draw whatever I wanted to. Then it went from there, and it kept going.
You're lucky it was back then instead of like nowadays, because now it's be like, oh my God, he's taking a child.
Yeah. Well,
oh my God, it'd be so creepy nowadays. Jeez.
Well, it's crazy how this back then. Well, the thing is, it's like everyone's still really cool now. We just have this news cycle that keeps everything rolling, that they put a magnifying glass on one teeny tiny thing and everyone thinks it happens all the time.
Oh God.
Exactly. They're like, kids get kidnapped all the time. And I was like, our kid is not going to get kidnapped walking up to the gas station. Yeah, okay. Precisely. I was like, this is Wake Forest, North Carolina. I was like, it is not going to happen. I was sitting there like, it doesn't, none of this stuff happens in that way,
No, it doesn't.
I mean, anyways, I keep going. I submit my stuff. My friend submits my stuff. The next thing you know, I get picked up by companies and stuff and start doing things when I'm in high school. And I keep going. And then I move out here. And I get hooked up with a couple other people who, all the Transformer thing. And I find out, there's I knew about BotCon because I'd gone to the first one and the second one. Because they were sending out back in the 90s there. I found what was it? Some toy and review magazine. There was an ad in the magazine for the Hartman Brothers stuff. And so I sent in a letter to the Hartman Brothers, and I had gotten them to send me a videotape of the Rebirth. This is like
Oh, sweet.
1990. This is like 1996, 95. So
Mhm.
there was no way I was going to see this stuff anymore. So they sent me one and even had the commercials and everything. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
And started talking to them. And then when I got out here, then I found out, like, besides BotCon, there was other stuff going on. So then I get contacted by a girl named Brandy Dixon, and she started coloring for me. And we went to Charticon, the
Okay.
Charlotte Transformer Convention, and I did a bunch of artwork for the voice actors. So I went and I did the artwork for Hal Rail, who did the voice of Snarl, and for
Oh, did you?
Paul Eiding, Perceptor. So that got a lot of attention because no one had done any personal artwork for them. No one had done anything that they were handing off. So the funny thing is, it's like I showed up late and I didn't have a ticket to get into the Friday night party. So Brandy went back in, told him I was there. Paul and Hal came out. They left.
Wow.
You can ask anyone who was there. They kind of got up and left the dinner and everything to come
Yeah.
out there to the bar where I was at and hang out with me and my son and everything. And they're doing voices for him. And he's like 5 at the time.
Oh, dude.
He's
that's
just losing his
cool.
mind because they did Ben 10 voices too. And they're doing all of them for him. He's like jumping up and down. Gave him the artwork, took pictures with them. They never had anyone actually just do artwork of their characters for them and give it to them as a gift. And I had the prints, and I gave them the prints. I said, "You have rights to this artwork. Put it on your table, sell it, do the whole thing." And so they kept coming by my table throughout the show and autographing prints for people to buy,
Nice.
and doing everything and hanging out at the table with us and everything. So it went from there. Then after that, the next convention, I was contacted by TFCon people because they volunteered at TFCon, the people who put on Charticon. And they said, "We want you to do artwork for the other voice actors and everyone else." And it just went from there. So it blew up. So every voice actor pretty much has got artwork from me or is getting artwork from me.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
And then
I like
TFCon has me do like any exclusive artwork. I've done their comic book, all sorts of stuff. So and I continue to do it like on my own for everything else, and I keep getting booked for everything, and there we have it. So now basically I get to, as a kid, I loved these shows growing up. Now I get to hang out with everyone who made the shows, like all the voice actors. Like Arthur Burkhart's the best one. He'll call me and yell at me like he's Destro.
Oh, really?
Like
No
I'm
way.
supposed to, like the commander's not happy with me not getting the artwork done, just things like that. It's funny. It's great. I'll just like, okay, yes, sir. And Morgan,
Oh my
rest
God,
in
that's
peace,
awesome.
her. I hate that we lost her, but she would do the same thing. She would call me as the Baroness and yell at me as the Baroness about getting things done and stuff like that, or how much she loved the artwork, but she'd do it like an angry Baroness type way.
Yeah.
Damn. So it's great because I walked up to Greg at one convention. I picked up a print and he's just like, "What are you doing?" I was like, well, he's like, "Get behind the table, get back here." And he gives a big hug. He's like, "Your money's no good here." All right. And he told the handlers, and all the way down the line, everyone, they all popped up their heads, and Jack and all of them, they're all just like, "Oh, there's Damon." Oh. So like, they're like having me go down the back of the line to sit at everybody's table so I could hang out with them. So it's been a dream come true for a lot of this stuff. And also like Sergeant Slaughter, like I do all his artwork and everything. I've got like a bunch of new ones that I'm working on now, but like my artwork for him is his #1 seller so well, in fact, that he now has it printed on metal plates, like the metal plate artwork.
Oh yeah,
And
I remember that when you showed me that
he'll
one.
bring like 50 or so to the show and sell out in like the first or second day. And they sell for like $60-$70. They're not cheap, but they're gone. And Sarge, anytime I'm at a show,
they're so good.
yeah, Sarge, anytime I'm at a show, will be like, Sarge, he's got to be near me. You got to sit him near me. And they're like, well, we have all the actors and all the talent over here. They're like, he's like, I don't care. You put him across from me then, put him right. He expects that I'm nearby. I did one of the last Fayetteville conventions with him, and they had me kind of around the corner from him, but I could kind of still see him. He was not happy about that. Because he kept coming, he had to keep leaving his booth.
Really, really nice guy.
Oh, he is super nice.
Oh, wow.
But he had to keep coming out and walking around the little wall thing around the other people to get to my booth, and I had to keep coming out from my booth to go to his, because we would sign each other's stuff. So if he sold an autograph of like my artwork there, he would have them come over and get the autograph from me, and vice versa. And so it was kind of one of those things that it was kind of a pain in the butt, you know. And he made mention of it, going, he's like, the next time we're here, Damon needs to be across from me or next to me. But it was just some weird little thing where I think the people who were like putting out the map for everything just got me in the wrong spot by accident. Because when you look at the map, it looks like I was supposed to be one over, but I wound up like one away. So I don't know what happened there, but it was kind of funny. Because C Sarge, like kind of waving everyone off for a second. He's like, hold on, you know, like coming over, bringing people to me for autographs and stuff. But it really is like, I get to hang out with him and like others. It's amazing. You know, I really hope that like every artist gets that chance to live their dream, to like meet the people that inspired them and to do something with them.
Yeah. Because I imagine it's like, even now, probably still really surreal.
It is. It really is. It doesn't feel real.
You yeah, it's like you've seen these characters on TV and cartoons, and you know, and they become this weird part of your life.
Yeah, they kind of become family members.
Next thing you know, and the next thing you know, you're like sitting right beside them. It's like, you know, and I imagine you're probably just scratching your head. It's like, how the hell did this happen again?
I know. It just did. It's like it's awesome. But I really hope that every artist gets that chance. Not everyone does though. So and it's you know, and I hate that, but that's the bad part about our business is the whole comic book thing half the time is that people don't realize just how difficult it can be. Because let's just say there's 300 titles published in a month. Well, guess what? There's only 300 artist jobs. Yeah. And how many people want to be a comic book artist? 3 million? So everyone is fighting for that shot. And when you're like drawing stuff to get in with a publisher, you're actually saying, pay me instead of him. You know, when you send in your stuff and start talking to an editor, you're basically talking your way into that other person's job. You're like, pay me, I'm better. And they do it. They it's like a Shark Tank environment where they're like, well, not anymore, because Marvel really does not want to create superstars anymore. Neither does DC. Ever since Image happened, and ever since McFarlane, Lee, Wills, Liefeld, and them, I will not put Larson in that group because he doesn't deserve to be there. But
no, he doesn't. No,
all the big names all took off, and it really changed the industry on how the companies look at things, and it really let the artists know too that, hey, guess what? We like your stuff, but it's only going to sell for so long because we really like your artwork, but on these characters. And then that's when the genesis happened of like where they started going back to Marvel. That's like when Liefeld and Lee went back because they're like,
yes, for the Heroes Reborn thing.
Yeah, because fans want to see their artwork, just not on their characters. They want to see them on the characters we love. And I like the Image stuff, but ever since then, you know, they would rather have garbage artists, you know, at like $200 a page rather than having a really good artist that's going to sell hundreds of thousands of books and pay them a lot more per page and make a lot more because they're afraid, oh, well, they'll get big and take off. It's like, not if you take care of them, you know, just don't treat them like crap. Because like even back in the day, they would like print their artwork on t-shirts and like not even send them the t-shirt, not even tell them that they did it, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
They would be like,
Which is
"Oh
like,
yeah, well, here's this," and it's like, "Wait, what?"
no, it's like the ultimate insult. It's like, you put my art on t-shirts and stuff like that, and you didn't even bother telling me. Like, what the hell,
Yeah,
dude?
and half
You
the
know?
time, if their contract wasn't written right, they didn't even get a piece of it
No, of course not. Yeah,
because if
well,
they
I mean,
didn't have it, so that way,
that was part of the whole deal.
yeah,
You're just basically paid to do a comic page, and anything else that we can rip out of the pages themselves and sell it on a t-shirt or a lunchbox or whatever, that's ours, that's our money, right?
yeah,
Kind of thing.
yeah. They're like,
And
we.
that's what ticked them off in the first place, and that's why they left.
Mhm.
So,
Oh man. Okay, my battery is dying. I gotta go grab a cord or something. Give me
yeah,
just
okay.
a second. Hopefully, it won't die on me before I get back. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. So while he's doing that, okay, I'm just gonna recheck on the chat here. So Husk, how's it going, my man? Great that you can join us. Vince says only sells for a short time. I will tell that to young Rippaverse. Oh yeah. Well, mediocrity. I don't know. Mediocrity doesn't really sell. It's shocking, I know, right? I mean, if you're really good at what you're doing, then yeah, people will buy it. So fabric. Okay, so Sylvia, I need to draw more again. I drew one drawing, then stop. No, don't stop. Never stop. Don't stop. Keep drawing. Keep drawing. Fabric says, are we not supposed to use real names? No, go ahead, use real names if you want. Mine's Kaiser Zone. Okay. Okay. Oh man. So yeah, so while we're here and while we're just chatting up a storm, if you guys can go vote. I put it in the chat. Vince has got it right there. Hit the link, go vote for this guy. So because I'm gonna tell you right now, so this dude is he's a rarity. Okay, Damon is actually, I'm gonna say he's a rarity. He actually is a fan that enjoys all the fan stuff that we do. And in this day and age, with what's going on over at Marvel and DC, and God, you know what? I'm even going to say Image, and a lot of other North American labels out there. They're just people that just know how to draw just to get a paycheck, and they don't care about the lore or anything like that. But people like us, like all of you guys here on this channel, and Damon here, just like everybody else that have been here, we're actual fans. So we know how to treat property with respect, and like the same thing that you guys do. So let's see. Husk says real name. Okay, mine is Hideon Kotov. He's right. That is the real name right now. So yeah, exactly, Vince. That's true. Just look at how Disney and how they treated their digital artists. Yeah, they treat them like crap, man. Totally chinned. And yes, I will make him huge. But then it obscures the face. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you know what? Hey, if we can, maybe that's something we'll add into the show. So, because I know that he knows how the submission process gets, and if any of you guys out there want to submit to anyone anywhere, or at least in this day and age, just make your own book. Hey, if you happen to want to, at least you get a rough idea of how to do it. So you're a back dude.
Yes, I am.
Right on. What do you mean, what vase, Vince? It's right there. God. Okay. So, Damon. Let's see. What else should I be asking here? Where have you submitted to? Or if anybody wants to, okay. Okay, before anybody asks, I guess, has your art already been in comic books? I know that sounds like a dumb question for me, but in case anybody asks out there.
I've been in a lot of different books and I'm accredited. At the time that I did stuff that I was working with, like a lot of like the image guys, stuff like that, I was underage. And my contract had to be sold, signed by my dad. And I didn't know I had to like sign my work and things like that. So I filled in for a lot of guys, different stuff, did a lot of pages. I would actually have to pull like contracts and other things and past stuff to like completely prove it. Even though like amongst like, other publishers and stuff, they can just call and have things pulled up, things like that. But right now, nothing, because I do a lot of work outside of it. I have done about 20 or 30 different #1 issues for various comic books that have never seen the light of day.
Oh, that's gonna be frustrating, man.
There was a fan who hired me for a GoBots book. And,
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, and then that didn't go through.
Whatever happened to that? Oh my God!
But
really?
right behind that, Hasbro came calling for the same exact thing. Yes. Doing like this 48-page comic book. Everything penciled, inked. I saw it lettered. I saw color pages. I did the cover. I saw everything. I saw everything except for an actual physical published book. And this was 10 years ago, and it's just sat. Like it has never seen the light of day.
Man.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that's introduced in the book. I redesigned every single GoBot. I redesigned like everything, like
wow,
all the stuff, and I did it in like a Transformer Sunbow, and I did like even the power suits, the Space Hawk, which was actually featured in like the first like 3 pages.
Oh, really?
Because what was it? The little red female, she was stealing, if I remember correctly, they were doing something. Right. But then like 2 of them that with her get killed. 2 of them bite it right away. And then she escapes in one of the Hawks. But I do wind up doing a lot if I get contacted. As long as you keep your artwork out there and letting people know you'll do commissions and things like that. And you're going to the comic shop, you will run into people. You will find writers who need an artist, and they don't always pay very well. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But what it is the writer is the main thing to do is just say, "Hey, can I use this in my submission file?" Because this way you have sequential artwork that you can submit to anyone. And keep in mind, though, that every editor is getting hundreds and thousands of these things, these submissions all the time. So it's really good to try and hit comic conventions where there is talent there to where you can ask who to send it to. And the artists that are there and the other people that are there will let you know. They'll say, oh, yeah, don't send it to this email. Send it to this one. Send it to here. Do this. Or, hey, I'll drop it off for you. Here's my email and my phone number. Check back with me. I've had that happen.
Yeah. Nice.
There was an issue. There was a comic book called Razor. It was basically like a female crow.
Oh, I remember that.
I have a backup story in one of their books, like this little 6 to 8 page thing. And I still have the
Yeah.
original pages too. I should scan those
Oh,
and put
wow.
those up sometime. Because they're
totally.
inked by 3 different people, and you can definitely tell.
Okay,
That was
well, I
one of
got
the
a
first.
question for you here from the
Yeah.
chat. Okay.
What do we got?
This one comes from Vince. Well, one of my wrenches here. Vince Womack says, question: what's your favorite Transformer to draw? Just guessing since your connection with TFCon.
I like to draw a lot of them, but like I really like drawing like Grimlock and like Hot Rod, Galvatron, and Cyclonus. Especially like Jet Mode Cyclonus.
Yeah.
Those are like some of my favorite ones to draw. Like I love to like draw the Predacons and the Terracons, but they are so like the way their lines are and the way they're like, you know, they're not fun. Because
No,
I'm
not
a big
really.
stickler about like getting it correct, like looking at the model, looking at the animation model, and making sure that the things are correct, that the leg looks the way it's supposed to, that the panel looks the way it's supposed to, that a claw looks, you know. A lot of artists will just like kind of draw things and stuff and embellish things, and it looks cool, but ultimately it's not correct. So
Yeah.
for me, it makes it harder on myself, making every, you know. There was one author actually got into a disagreement about his artwork for Destro based on this. It was I'd finished it, he loved it, but he did not like the belt buckle. He was like complaining about it. He's just like, what is that on the belt buckle? It looks like some sort of like, it looks like an alien from that Space Invaders game, you know, from back then. And I was like, actually, that's the way it looks on the cartoon. He's like, no, make it a Cobra symbol. That's what it was. I was like, no, it wasn't. I hate telling you. I hate telling Destro he's wrong about how he looks. But we started talking. Then he messaged me, and then I texted him a picture from the cartoon. And I said, look, and it showed the belt buckle. And I showed it from a slide from the movie and from everywhere else, and like several different episodes. I was like, that's what your belt looks like. He's like, I mean, I've been getting it wrong all these years. I was like, no, you haven't been getting it wrong. Destro has had so many different looks, but what you're running into is what fans do with the artwork. When fans decide to embellish or change, or even a company, you know, like Devil's Due did some really awesome redesigns for all their outfits.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
Some of the outfits are really, really cool. I really love what Devil's Due did with G.I. Joe. But sometimes that gets in your head that this is the way it is. But I always fall back to what the canon is in everyone's mind. And what the canon is what we remember is the cartoon we all watched when we were kids. When you went home after school or before school, you know, you're watching those shows. That's what we saw. That's what our memories are on. That's what canon is. It's like when I get in an argument with fans and, you know, with Transformer fans, and I'm sure someone will say something in the chat, is like Rumble is blue. It was a mistake, but it went into the cartoon. The cartoon stuck with it. The cartoon is canon. The cartoon is what everyone has memories of. And I still remember when I was a kid, even my friends, we thought the toys got it wrong. We thought it was a misprint. And what helped to push that is when we saw Top Spin and Twin Twist, the jump starters, when they switched their stuff on their tech specs. We were like, so it is wrong. And so we kept thinking it was wrong. And so for me, Rumble is always going to be that blue purple bot because he was that in the cartoon. He was that all the way through, and he will always be that because that's what it was. And it's like another one that I'll fall, so that way people can hate me too on this one is that, you know, Cyclonus was Skywarp. And the reason why also is like with Flint and the other guys that I spoke to who actually wrote and did the movie, they said, yes, the storyboards looked like this. These things were written like this, but they were also rewritten. And what we have in the movie was really bad edits. Of past stuff and new stuff. And it's like, that's why, like, when you see the scene, you see a bunch of them. But in the end scene where they're going in the ship, there's only 3 sweeps and 1 Cyclonus. So that Cyclonus is Skywarp. He even said it at like a TF Con in LA a few years ago. He
Yeah,
told
he
the whole
did.
crowd, he's like, it's
Yep.
Cyclonus. It's Cyclonus and Skywarp. It always was. You know, he's like Bombshell is not that. He's like, you know, the confusion comes from this, and people ran with it. And I understand the confusion, but for me, you know, but you could also argue that they were all dead and they were all cobbled together, and they were all,
yeah.
you know, brought back into something else. So it does, you know, it makes more sense. Even in the toy catalog, when they changed out the thing, they didn't put Cyclonus and stuff on their own. They put them in with the jets, and the two jets that were gone were Thundercracker and Skywarp, and Starscream was still being sold.
Well, yeah, and it makes more sense that, you know, you would make a new jet out of an old jet, right?
Yeah,
not a bug. You know, so it just makes more sense that way.
I do enjoy the argument. I do enjoy like
it's fun.
all of it, because it lets me know fans still love it, you know, and they wouldn't argue if they didn't have a passion for it. And some people call it, you know, stupid or immature, and I'm like, it's no different than listening to anyone argue about anything else. Like when I go out with my friends to like some sports bar and they're arguing about one team versus another team, I'm sitting there thinking, this is the same argument between Rumble and Frenzy. You know, this is it's that same amount of passion when you love something, you know, and it's near and dear to you in that way. Then yeah, sometimes you're going to have some feelings and an opinion about it, and it goes from there.
This is why men never grew up.
Yeah. I mean, I just turned 50 and I'm still into this stuff like when I was just, you know, like when I was like, you know, 8 years old, 10 years old, you know. So
still fun, isn't it?
Yes, it's still very fun. And like right now I'm working on a commission, and the thing is like it's funny how G1 will fall to anyone as like a default for what everyone loves. Like this kid, the commission I'm doing is for a guy in Italy, and he's like 28. And you know what his commission is? Not with what he grew up. His commission is for a 2-part piece, Autobots and Decepticons that kind of fit together, and it's all G1 characters. It's like Optimus, Jazz, Ironhide, Bumblebee, Grimlock with Superior in the background, and Swoop. The Decepticon side is Megatron, Shockwave, Starscream, and Devastator in the background. So it's funny, or I get animated. Transformers animated is a big one that still, like, I mean, I love animated as a reboot, like for what it did. It was excellent for me. I had to get used to the art style. After you get through like the first like episode or two, you kind of don't notice it. You kind of like typically.
It does. I was kind of like the same way with animated, because I thought, oh, what, you know, because I'm so used to just like nice and neatly cleaned animated show, basically. And on top of that, I was used to Japan doing the animation, because everything,
it being like really
everything is just nice and precise and clean, and everything. And then animated comes along, and it's, you know, American animated, let's put it this way, obviously, right?
Yeah, that curvy, toony stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fudge is this? But it grows on you because it's full of homages that you know.
Oh, I know. Well, here's the other thing too. What really did it for me? The writers
could have only watched the original cartoon to slip them in there, and that's what I liked about it.
Yeah. Well, one thing I love too is that they made the toys look like it. Like the toys looked like the cartoon, and I was like, they got the curved legs and things, and like all the different spots and everything. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it looks just like it. It's like it's got the skinny little legs and the big curved part of the leg. It's just, it was like perfect. Like they did such an extremely good job on that. And that I do get animated commissions now and then, but you know what I never ever get asked for? I've never once been asked for the Unicron trilogy. Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. I have never been asked for any from any
Wow. Really?
David character.
Hold on a second here. I think you're roboting a little bit. Oh, there we go.
There.
Okay. Now you're good.
But yeah, it for all of that for stuff like I get Beast Wars requests now, but it's always G1.
Oh, yeah.
I did get a movie request. I asked for Point Blank, the green car from I think the third or fourth movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Neon green and black, where it looked like he was wearing a trench coat when he transformed.
Yeah. Actually, that wasn't too
I
bad
had a
of
request for
design. I
that.
kind of like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then a couple people asked for Ironhide. Out of the movie stuff, people asked me for Ironhide. I've done like 3 or 4 of those. But that's it. Like, I want to draw some other things, but people just don't ask for it. You know, it's kind of one of those things that I love the Unicron trilogy. Well, I didn't like Armada, but I liked Energon and Cybertron. I loved both those shows. Armada for me, I wanted to like it, but I collected the toys and I would watch the show now and then. But the kids, the child characters, all the human characters they put in that show,
Yeah.
chalkboard, like I could not stand any of them, and and then when I was reading the comic book, they were in there just as much. I was like, no, I can't do this. And then the cartoon turned into it turned into Pokemon. It was like mini cons got to catch them all. Like the whole story was like, we got to catch all the mini cons.
That's right.
I was like, okay, they didn't exist before. Now they're just Pokemon. Now it's just Transformer Pokemon with little kids. It's like, okay, I'll write it out. And after a while, I couldn't take it. I was like, I'm just not going to watch it. I'm just not going to talk about it. I'm going to wait for the next show. So then the next one came out, and it took place later on. And like there was a new kid and no other kids. I was like, oh, okay, I can deal with that. And then I liked Energon for what it was. It was fun. It was a little different factions, different stuff, new characters, all different stuff, new paint jobs for things. And Cybertron, I really liked just because like the adventure of it, like it was big. The show felt like the different planets and the other new characters. And that's one thing I liked about it too, is that we still got Optimus, Megatron, and some other characters and like some nods to G1, but it was like new stuff. Like we got new characters, new adventures, and it felt good. And like I knew a lot of like my friends' kids and stuff like that. They liked it. They really liked some of the stuff and everything. But the one show that I got to say that really felt really good to me, and it was just a filler show, and it kind of irritated me that it was meant to be just a filler show, was the Transformers Robots in Disguise from 2001. The anime?
Yeah.
That one, I love that show. It was goofy, it was fun, but as an adult you could watch it, but it was completely accessible to kids, and the toys were a mix of like cars. Oh, also, and Optimus is a fire truck, not just a regular truck. And Ultra Magnus is a jerk, but still a car carrier. Like there was Predacons and Decepticon faction. I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And we got, G1 Bruticus in there again, but he had a different name.
Yeah.
But that show was so crazy. And the toy line was so much fun. It was like that one I was really excited for. Like, I was excited for it like a kid excited for G1. And I loved Beast Wars as well. I hated Beast Machines. Beast Machines, I mean, heck, Hasbro doesn't even acknowledge it anymore. I mean, they tuck it away on their website and have to find it.
Suck.
It's
Yeah.
just one of those things where
And
like they don't even
just as
reprint
well.
their DVDs. You know, Hasbro's just like, no, we're
No.
going to pretend. I mean, it didn't help with Bob Skur back in the day. I was there for it. I was at one of the conventions
No, it didn't.
where he was just like, you know, I hate you guys. I write for me. You don't like it, too bad. Then he goes start getting death threats. And there's like 2 shows he no showed. He didn't go because everyone was saying, you show up, we're going to beat the crap out of you. You know? And then, like, you know, that's when Hasbro really noticed that they cannot mess with this brand, that they have to. And then after that, we got that lull. We got that little anything. They weren't putting anything out. They weren't doing anything. They were just like, okay. So or something like that. Robots.
Yeah.
Robots. And it made everyone forget Beast Machines, and they were able to sell stuff again because, like, the Beast Machines toy lines. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize with Beast Machines. They're like, oh, I had 2 seasons. It's like, no, I had 1. It had 1 season that was divided into 2 because seasons back then were 26 episodes, usually for the first one. And then it was 13 after that. But what they did is they're like, oh, well, we have 26 and the ratings are so bad and the toy sales are so poor that we got to start reprinting older toys to put in the line and repainting stuff to get people to buy it. That we'll call season 1 at episode 13, and then we'll bring it back for a season 2. So we're not spending any money on a season 2. And that was the only way Fox was going to do it. Fox is like, we're not paying for this. We're like, this. They're like, this is terrible.
This is garbage. Exactly.
They're like,
Vince, you know exactly what Beast Machines are. Don't pretend you don't know. My God. Oh yeah, Beast Machines was just so unbelievably bad. And the weird thing is, I mean, it continued obviously in Japan, but they just went their own direction and just brought out Beast Wars 2.
Yeah, because they were behind like a year or more with Beast Wars with us. They were back behind us by about a year or more, and so they got stuck. And that's when Beast Wars 2 came out, which I love. Like, I got all the cartoons. I got like the laser disc for one of them. I've got all the shows. I got all the toys for it. Even the really hard to find Niagara set with the little waterfall thing and everything. I got lucky. Oh, and another thing I just got lucky on for a while. I hated it. I had the Octo Tank, right?
Then you had the Taco Tank?
I got talked into selling it. So I sold it for an extreme amount, and I was like, I really want it. About years ago, one of my friends had it at his toy shop. He had just got it in, mint and box, never been opened. And he wanted a bunch of my stuff. And I was like, can we just like look at like what it's worth and then trade on that? Yeah. He's like, definitely. Yeah. So I had like 2 Exo Squad that he didn't have. And one of them was a 3D viewer one. And another one, actually 3 of them. 2 of them were like the deep space ones. And I had the boxes and they were complete and unused sticker sheets. And I was like, want to trade? And he was just like, he's like, are you sure you love that Exo Squad stuff? Because I'm like friends with like the entire cast. I even have a jacket that only if you worked on the show in production and writing and all that other stuff, that you got one.
Yeah.
I have one of those jackets. I got it from like Will Mujo. No, what's the other guy? I can't remember. Anyways, one of them gave that to me. He's like, are you sure? It's just like, yes, definitely. So I just traded him the toys. He sent me that Octo Tank. And I was like, gosh. So I did a video of an unboxing of it. And Daniel of TFCon, I was showing that to him. He was like, man, that thing is such a holy grail for people. I was like, yep. And here I am playing with it. I'm like, I open it up. I'm playing with it again and stuff. But I remember I had it. And my first one, I remember letting my son play with it in the bathtub. You know?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was playing in the bathtub because it had the little squirt thing and stuff. He loved it. He loved the show, but that's how he got like introduced to like some anime and started learning some Japanese and stuff like that. And I was like, well, if you want to know what they're saying, you got to learn it. So, but now this new one, he was like, I can't believe you ever let me play with that like that. He's like, don't ever let anyone touch that thing again. I was like, no, it's gonna be on the shelf with everything else. But yeah, that line was awesome, and it's all because of what Hasbro did, where they lagged behind, and then they took so long to do stuff, and Japan did their own thing, and I love them for that. And then Beast Machines over there didn't do well either, and they like redid it. They redid their whole Beast Wars thing kind of like a comedy, anyways. It's very different than what we had.
It was very light. It was very light.
But for us, right? It was like world shattering, especially when they were defending the Ark and everything. It was just like, what?
Yeah, because that was like some of the best storytelling I've seen.
Oh, I know. That's one thing I
in a long time
tell people, like, for like the best series, G1, like it was like the most fun. But for the best written series, it's Beast Wars. I tell people, if you want to go back and watch early Transformers stuff, always G1, but Beast Wars is the best written in that for all three seasons. Everything fits. There's no hiccups. There's no problems. And it just keeps ramping up. And the finale does not disappoint. Like,
no, it
was such a crazy last episode. Like, I sat there and I had it recorded this back on VHS, recording to VHS. But I would rewind it. I watched it 6 times that day, just trying to take it all in. Like, I can't believe it's over. And this is what happened. This is built up to. And they did such a great job with it that it even stands up by any stand you want to give it. You can be like, no, I can refer to this as
and it is. It's. Oh, wait a minute. I think. Did we lose him? Hold on a second. I think it might be. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Let me take him out, and I will bring him back in again. Because I think it's either might be his phone or it might be my internet. I don't know. So, but Vince, yeah, you're right. Exoscott was totally an underrated show. Yeah.
Oh, I know. It was way ahead of its time. I think they should redo it for today. That thing should have been a movie. That should have been 5 movies.
I have another let's just say another well-known Transformer artiste who's done a few issues like with Cough Cough, Dreamwave, and IDW. And
nice.
He wants to bring you know who it is. What you know what? Okay, yeah. I could say because he didn't say, I couldn't say. So Dawn Fig.
Oh, Dawn F.
Yeah.
That guy's awesome. His artwork was so inspiring for me back then. It still is. When I saw that stuff, I was like, when I saw it online before it was ever in books, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
because he was
like this guy is operating totally on a whole other level.
Yes. He was all over TFW 2005, and that's where I remember first seeing him on the boards there. And yeah, and you're right. His art was just like, oh damn, this is like through the roof. And then the next thing I know, it's like when Dreamwave finally came out around 2001, it's like, damn, he has a job there now? Like, holy crap, man. Like, damn. So, hey, fan art, it can happen. So if you guys are just totally doing fan art, yeah, it can totally happen. FKC, otherwise known as Tim. How's it going, my man? And he says, yeah, Exo Squad. That was a great show. The series ended on a cliffhanger too of sorts.
Yeah, it did. Actually, I did get a copy of the script for the first episode for that next season from one of the writers.
Really?
They did have a whole season planned and ready to go, but what happened is Universal got stalled. Not really. It did and it didn't. They shut down their animation studio. and they started selling off pieces and doing other stuff. And so it got canceled, not because it didn't have good ratings, it wasn't selling toys. It got canceled because they just stopped making them. They just stopped making the show. And like, if you look, there's a lot of shows that got the axe that way. And the toys sold for like another year or more in the stores before they finally disappeared.
Did
started in discount bins and painting toys.
And Space Above and Beyond, that was a good show too, dude. I love that show, and they should. Fox should have never canceled that show. That was an awesome show. And Tommy of the Guinea Pig Collective, how's it going, man? And great to see you here, dude. It's fantastic that you can join us. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Vince says, Commodore, I'll be what's this? I'll be a son of a bitch if I let you in that ship. Yes, you will, sir. And we'll talk about your mother when I get back. Oh, yeah. Oh, from Space Above and Beyond? Yeah, okay. I think I remember that. Man, yeah, that was such a damn good show. Jeez. What was it that I was going to say? There was something else I was going to mention. Yeah, see, because to me that's where, well, okay, here's what I do when it comes to concerning Beast Machines, right? Because yeah, like you, that series is just it needs to disappear.
And I've tried to watch it a few times. You know, I really tried to like it. And I just, there's parts of it, but it just so went away from the subject material. You know, what did it for me was the Rhinox thing.
Yes, right.
When that episode happened, I was like, I'm done. I really can't do this. And then I decided to stick with it a little bit just to see where, and it just kept getting worse. It just kept getting worse. I was like, how? It's like they just kicked you down a flight of stairs, and they're like, we're not done. There's another flight of stairs, and they kick you down that one. And when you get to the bottom, they're like, well, we could make you walk back up the stairs to kick you back down again. I was like, why?
Exactly. Why would you do that?
There wasn't anything redeeming. You know, they made everybody like all the characters were just like, or the rat trap thing.
Oh, that was so retarded.
Where he spent the night fending Megatron. I'm like, are you? And then was just welcomed back like nothing happened. And I was just like, what? It's like, what is going on? Why did this episode? Why is this like? What are we doing? Like, are they deliberately trying to make us hate every one of these characters and the show? Like, are they really? It's almost like Skur really hated what he was working on, but he needed the paycheck. That's what it felt like,
right?
And so
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it really did feel like he hated the subject matter. And so when he was creating it, he just did whatever he wanted. And for some reason, no one was checking him on it. They didn't have any fans working for Hasbro who said, hey, maybe we should look in on this and stop it. You know, like, can we fix this?
I do know that there was one guy many years ago that actually managed to decrypt the maximal and the Predacon language, right, that you see on the screens in the background of the show.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I remember seeing that too.
Yeah, and somebody like pretty much decoded all of the messages in there, and some of them are jokes, and you know, some funny jokes here and there, which is you know, awesome. I don't mind that, but some of them are messages to, you know, a lot of the staff, and some of them are just downright nasty to each other. So I think there was a lot of employee infighting, like, you know, maybe within the writers' room and stuff like that going on over at Mainframe, because some of these messages were it's just so bad. Oh my god, it's and when it comes to G1, this is how I Lord Thoft also, as I'm checking up on the chat, how's it going, my man? And fellow Canadian, greetings, and I'm glad that you're here, man. What was it? This is how it goes for me for Transformers. Obviously the original series. I'll skip season 4 entirely, and then I'll go into the Japanese series, right? So Headmasters, Super God Master Force, Victory. Yeah, I'll include Zone in there too, and a bit of the manga. And then I'll just go straight into Beast Wars. I'll skip Beast Machines. I'll go straight to Beast Wars 2, Beast Wars Neo, and then just because I'm a completist and I gotta finish it off, I'll finish it off with Beast Machines. Or I'll just eliminate Beast Machines entirely. Right.
You could actually
Because
just not ever see Beast Machines. It will not affect any of the series or anything that goes on. It really
exactly.
It really is just like that. You know,
it's that
in
bad.
its writing, it was so oblivious to the source material that it doesn't actually mean anything. So
it doesn't. I mean, techno organic, like what the hell are you thinking?
I mean, I get that a little bit because, like in G1, remember the Quintessons were working with a techno organic thing, but they were importing it. They were bringing it.
Yeah.
And doing experiments. They were seeing the planet was at. They built everything with the was a to for all their stuff for their Decepticon war line and their Autobots. You know, so. Well, they actually didn't have Autobot Decepticon at the time.
It's like
they had the military line, and then they had the maintenance type line, and it went from there.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing that like with some fans squawk with me about is how I feel about Quintessons. Like, I loved them. I liked them when I was a kid. I was so mad they never made action figures of them, and I liked that there was this weird race that had nothing to do with them that made you feel like, okay, yeah, there's something to this, and that they could have been lying, and that's part of it too, is that they lie. They could have invaded the planet like how they've talked about in other storylines, but as far as the cartoon is concerned, they created them. And then in the 5 Faces of Darkness, when they went and invaded and took them over and looked like they were winning and then driven off, then you had this third faction of bad guys, like this whole other thing for them to deal with, and all new stories and other stuff you could do with. And it was really,
which is great.
Quintessons added such a dark tone to the series too, because it's like when they found out they had these 2 planets warring just for profit, that they were like, we're doing this and we're telling them this and we're doing that. And then Rodimus and them figure it all out. And it's just like with the Quintesson journal episodes and stuff, it was just crazy. With some of the stuff they did, but it was also, I loved it, and the fact that they were creating Transformers still. I mean, the Quintessons created the Predacons, and people want to argue that when I point out the episode, Blaster Radio's Blur and Wheelie saying, I don't know, something called Predacons are coming at you. The Quintessons have deployed this, we don't know what's going on, we just intercepted the transmission. And so next thing they show up, and no one knows who or what are, and then they form and they're not working. End up Decepticons later on, the Terracons. The Terracons were made by the Quintessons.
Exactly.
And they kept making designs, and one of the best episodes was because of the Quintessons, like Dweller in the Depths. That one is an awesome episode. It was animated really well. It was it just had this whole other feel to it that made the Transformers realize that maybe their war after all this time, maybe they should stop it because there's other stuff to deal with. It still continued, but it made the universe so much bigger.
It did. And then the weird thing is that the Japanese never bring them up again. Ever.
Yeah.
They're never ever seen again. They're just bloop, gone.
Yeah, they were gone. And then they did bring them back at one point. They had these little mini comics with the newer stuff over the past 8 to 10 years or whatever, all the newer toys.
Yeah.
In one of the
yeah.
comics, the Quintesson killed Spike or something, like shot him,
Yeah,
or
I noticed
attempted
that.
to, or something like
And
that. And like they started
the thing
embracing
is
a
in
little bit.
Zone, yeah, the thing is in Zone is they kind of eluded in Zone with Big Star when Big Star reformats Galvatron into Ultra Megatron or Super Megatron, then Ultra
Super
Megatron.
Megatron.
Yeah, and in Zone, they kind of elude in a way that what's the baddie in Zone? Mjolnir or Volengiver or something like that. It's like some weird name I can't remember right now. But in Zone, it kind of alludes to the fact that this could be like maybe the Quintesson king of sorts.
Mhm.
It's really odd. It was great, but you know they weren't. It's not like, I mean, they were definitely evil, but they weren't like on any particular side, right? It was just that
Mhm.
they were just manufacturing goods, and all they wanted was just, you know, to make money off of everybody through pain and suffering. So one sec here. Okay, so a comic book maker, yes, I remember you vaguely. Hello again. Winrave says, yeah, nobody likes Beast Machines. That's true. And he remembers, I remember Scott McNeil mentioning about liking his voice work in Beast Wars and then saying, and then it got weird. Yeah, I remember hearing that somewhere. Let me just scroll down a little bit. FKC, yes, we're definitely nerding out right now.
Well, yeah,
So
even David
and
Kay told me he didn't like what he was doing in Beast Machines. He said that Megatron felt
yeah,
like a completely different character, that
yeah,
nothing fit, and that his lines he questioned. He would say, he'd be like, he wouldn't say this. He's like, I've been playing this character for years.
yeah.
He wouldn't say this. And, you
Mhm.
know, they would argue with him and tell him, it's like, just say the line. That's what you're paid to do. Just say the. And so
Just
he
dance
would
monkey.
tell, you could tell by his acting, he was not happy. Well, he wasn't happy about
No.
everything. Like, it was some of his like flat tones, some of it. I even like,
Yeah.
sound happy anymore.
No. No, it doesn't.
That in
I
my conversations,
yeah. I should have asked him about them when I saw him there one year in Calgary. That would have been awesome. Okay, so kind of done finish inking this. So you know what? Okay, first of all, let me save this. Then there's something I'm going to do with you fine folks out in the chat, whether you happen to be on Rumble, on X, and everywhere in between, or even here on the YouTubes, because this time, like I said, I'm going to start something new with you guys and make it a little bit more personal, a little bit more interactive. And actually, you know what? Because stupid me, I should have actually played this.
You know, I think it's time for you guys in the chat to join in and doodle. What do you think?
And I think it's a marvelous idea because I've heard too many people out there that that say, well, you know what, I don't know how to draw. And to all you people out there, I tell you this, that's just a poor ass excuse. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up for all of you guys. This is where we have some crazy fun. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot a link in the chat here. This is what I'm going to do. There's a link on Rumble and on the YouTube. So you guys, if you happen to be on X, and you're watching on the Twitters, now is a good chance to head over to either the Rumble channel or the YouTube channel, and and partake in a little bit of fun here. And there is the link to do is just click on it, and you are all invited to here to doodle and to just have fun. So with me and anybody else that wants to join in. So draw to your heart's content. It doesn't have to be good. Keep it clean. Okay. I'm looking at you. And and this is where all of you guys in the chat can leave on this show. And so everybody around the world is going to be seeing it. So take advantage of it. Have fun and go nuts while we're just chit-chatting away. It's as simple as that. So okay, so you got the contest going on right now, and where people can go and vote. And you know what? I'm going to add that into the chat again. What else has been on lately? So with you, because like I said, it's been a while since.
Well, right now,
damn,
I've got some submissions in with Udon for the Mega Man comic, which Daniel from TFCon is writing with Mega Man X. So I should be on there, at least doing a few covers here and there.
Yes,
Skybound is finally talking to me, so hopefully something happens with that. But they still like to do what they're doing.
And sweet! It's about freaking
they're
time.
starting to, but at the same time, they're kind of running a little late on that because now fans are starting to kind of complain, like how I was like a year pointing out everything, and now everyone's starting to sit and they're like, oh, okay. So hopefully they correct the ship and anyone on there to like kind of keep them from going down the, how shall we say, the uninformed fanboy path with the book.
Right.
So hopefully those things work out. But still, for me, like I'm still doing like a lot of the voice actor stuff, like a lot of the cast for like Thundercats and like other shows have been contacting me. So it's like it's kind of ongoing. So anytime like you're getting, and like a lot of anime too, like the cast from Chainsaw Man, cast for I think all Power Rangers too. The Power Rangers I've been doing stuff for, which that I didn't expect. That kind of happened by accident. So, but yeah, that's mainly what I've been doing right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and still doing TFCon work. Still doing like for their custom class and for exclusives and stuff like that. I'm still doing the artwork.
Nice. Let's see what else. Okay. So here's the thing, because it's been like I think it's been about maybe 3 years now, I suppose, when I was gonna say, damn it again, I was gonna say Dreamwave, but it's not Dreamwave. Image, basically, you know what? I'm just gonna say Image. Basically, when Image Skybound. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Skybound.
Since they got the license. So I remember news at the time, because you kind of alluded that Hasbro wanted certain type of artists, like, doing the book, and Skybound was like, now we're going to be picking our own guys. So because right now what's going on with their books, I don't know if you've been reading the books, but they made Lita 1 Prime, basically, and Optimus gave up the Matrix, And so Alita 1 is in charge, and you probably obviously heard about all of this. What do you think is going to happen now? And with this whole Energon universe where now Mask is involved, and I think I lost him. Hold on a second here. Let me get you back in.
Am I back? I think we're
Let's
back.
see what's going on. Here. Okay, see, idea for a show, your fan idea for a Star Trek show, maybe have the rough story outlines. Oh my god, yeah, that'd be funny. I have to try to remember that again. Oh, okay, now we gotcha. No, I was talking with you. Connection lost, reconnecting. Okay. Vince said I was asking where I refuse to call the Helijet anything else ship. Damn it, no, just go. Tim said comic idea for a show is an anthology series, but it's all in these and takes place over 1 year. Like, what else was going on in the Millennium War? Oh, yeah. Okay, I like that idea. And now I'm gone? No, I'm right here. What's going on? Hold on. I think something's going on with the channel. Can anyone? Yeah, not totally back. You're cutting in and out like Damon earlier. Oh, I see. And I seem to have lost Damon, which is really weird. So I will ask if you guys can hear me. Okay. Well, I'll find out in a second here. Yeah, I don't know if it's my internet. Check on the health of your hamsters. Yeah, probably. If it's that, then yeah, it's pretty crappy. So beware the wrath of Screwtube, says Tommy. I agree with you, dude. Damon, you happen to be watching the show. If you want to come back, not a problem. It could be technical issues. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, and Tom, I agree with you, dude. It's really weird what's going on with YouTube and demonetizing everybody. And like I said earlier, Brandon, he's planning slowly but surely to do exclusively Rumble, and it's it's crazy, man. That's why I've been trying to encourage everybody to. So, two of the stories end up in the last episode. So if the Minion War, it ends them heading off to the last battle. Excuse me, of the war as seen as DS9. Oh, you know what? That's actually a really good idea. I like that. I like that. Evil Grin, no, we can't. Oh my God. Guys. I know you can hear. Okay, so I don't know if Damon's coming back. Because he did mention his phone was running out of power. Maybe it did finally. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and check him out. There he is on X, and his deviant art. And Tommy's like, I had all kinds of issues in StreamYard lately. It's getting pretty crappy. So, so yeah, there's his page, and if you got, give him a vote, because I'm sure he'll appreciate it. And let me check my resources. If I'm not lagging here, which it probably might be, which would be extra crappy. Active bridge, blah, 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 blah. Can't turn that off. No, everything seems to be okay on my side. But, yeah, what would they say in Hollywood? Great idea. Forget about it. Yeah, exactly. He bat Damon to his phone. Oh my God. Funny. It's too funny. No, but like I said, he's an artist. If you haven't checked out any of his stuff, his G.I. Joe stuff, I'm gonna say his G.I. Joe stuff is probably better than his Transformer stuff. And he does really good but his G.I. Joe stuff is really amazing. Yeah, check out the links that Vince put there. So, but like I said, if you guys want to go ahead and join in and just doodle here for a bit, and that's all we're doing is just doodling away and let you guys join in. And I'm getting messages from somewhere. I don't know where. So, Brush Milestone, 150 strokes, every masterpiece starts summers. Oh, give little milestones. Isn't that cute? So, but anyway, don't know if you had it open the time. Oh, it all started when you opened the stream with the link. Really? Maybe that could be it. Okay, well, hold on a second here. Let me shut that down. And if it's the magma link, then yeah, that could be lagging everything then. So I don't know if you had it open the whole time. Yeah, actually, Vince, I actually did have it open the whole time. I honestly did. I really honestly did. So if that's what it was, then yeah, that could be that could be the thing. So don't know. But if that's the case, I know. I just thought it would be something neat if you guys wanted to join up and pop on in, do a little something, then that would work too. So, but that's okay. Doesn't have to happen. You know what? Seeing how, I don't know if it's Damon's phone that something happened to him, but you know what? I finished inking one job, and you know what? We'll just call it a short show today. Almost 2 hours, anyway, which is very unbelievably short, considering how huge circles used to go for 6, and then I tried to bring it down to 4, and here we are at like 2 hours, right? Vince, I haven't even the tablet connected, been writing more with the help of an AI, and I still go overboard with the universe building. Yeah, no, I get it, dude. I do. I honestly do. Because you got a big story and you got a lot to tell, and I get that, and that's fine. So I'm kind of the same way. Kind of when it comes to storytelling, because you got so many ideas jammed up in your head that you want to put it all out, and you want to spill it all out, but it's huge, right? But sure can be good as long as there is girth. This is Lord Thought. Yeah, exactly. And Tommy says, I purposely try to get streams up under 3 hours. Dude, yes, I get that. I understand. First couple of times doing huge circles, it was nuts. We went up to 6 hours. It was crazy. And I felt bad for Vince. I can't even recall how much time I put into the evolution and technological development of a species that doesn't even appear in the first 2 stories. But it's an interesting journey. Yeah, it is, man. It is. When you're universe building, yeah, that's what happens. Funny. Okay, it seems like I can't get the other window up. That's really weird. Don't ask me about galactic wide timekeeping. Oh God. Yeah, no. Trust me, I won't. Because it's nuts. For some odd reason, I can't make Clip Studio Pro pop on the screen. And yeah, and probably something happened with Damon's connection. So it did robot a few times. So oh well, that's okay. So we did some doodling in, did some upcoming summertime fun. So we got that in, and helped out a friend. So go vote on that. And yeah, you never know. You might be seeing his artwork coming up soon in a comic of any sort. And God, I hope it's Mega Man. I really hope it's Mega Man. I'm gonna have to. I'll keep in contact with him more and more and more, and we'll see what's going on. So, you know what? Other than that, we'll cut it at 2 hours, and we'll do
Well,
this.
guys, hope you all had fun today. Please leave a comment, hit the like button, and share the show. Love you all. Bye. Well, guys,
Why?
hope you all had fun today. Please leave a comment, hit the like button, and share the show. Love you all. Bye.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll cuddle it today, and we'll make it a 2-hour show today. So, and we'll do that. Ask my AI if a black hole can be used for timekeeping, and then I went down a rabbit hole of time dilation. Says Fitz. Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn, I really. See, that's going to cause me to go down a rabbit cage. Okay, so anyway, thanks guys for popping in, for listening to Damon. Link is in the chat again. If you want to go vote, please, if you can, I encourage you guys to go ahead and vote, and help a fellow artist out, a comic artist. He's a really awesome guy, and I mean, dang, if you're hanging around with like Destro and Baroness and stuff like that, dude, that's just awesome. That's just awesome. Ooh, I wonder if I can get Destro to do a plug. Oh my god, that'd be awesome. Anyway, my sleep deprived self thanks you. Yeah, not a problem. It's all good. It's all good. So guys, listen, all right. So stay tuned for Titillating Tuesdays on Tuesdays. We'll do that. Let's see. What are we gonna do on Mike's cheesy kung fu sci-fi movie thing? What are we? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do a kung fu movie this time. We're doing a fun kung fu movie this time. On Saturday on Mike's Movie Matinee, we're gonna be playing Doughboys with Buster Keaton. So that's where we're gonna be playing. And oh yes, that's right. And Al Nickerson told me he is, I believe he said he's like 2/3 done the book now. So he's almost done issue 3 of Sword of Eden. So if you haven't gotten the first 2 books, go get the first 2 books. You'll like them. Trust me, you'll like them. They are fun. Because he's 2/3 done Sword of Eden, Volume 3, Cry Vampire, and I'm gonna get him back on again. So I'll do that. Anyway, folks, you guys have a great week, and we shall see you again soon. And stay safe, everyone. And yeah, we'll just call it a very short Sunday show.